What song?
Oh,
Let's do that one first.
sucks that we're freezing all the time.
Yeah, it sure does. You gotta play softly. You really do. Like, you really gotta play soft.
All right, I think we are live. I checked everything. I think we are live on the internet. Hopefully, I see you guys are frozen again, so hopefully you can still hear me and you guys are still there. Hi, I am
We're
Eric with the
here.
Portland
We're here.
Sessions. Whoa, all right, I'm glad you're here. So,
Yeah.
I'm Eric with the Portland Sessions. Thanks for tuning in to another At Home Live. As you can see right over here, frozen at the moment, we have the Grams coming at us from beautiful middle of the woods, Colorado. So if you guys just randomly disappear, I will try my best to hold it down. I got some notes so we can push the album. I know you guys, if anybody has watched your live streams, you don't really talk about the album very much. I mean, you really need to kind of get on that kind of promotion that Kids Like Us is out right now, and you can see it right behind you guys in the center. But you guys need to really talk about the album a little bit more. And with that, what has it been like? I mean, you put the album out, I think, the end of March, so right before, or kind of right in the middle of things really shutting down and getting interesting. But you guys have, been doing a lot, over the last few months. What has it been like kind of putting a record out and kind of promoting it, doing singles and stuff during the most random time in our entire lives?
Can you hear us? You can hear us, yeah?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, we have impeccable timing, of course. We chose this specific time because we thought it would be the absolute best time to tour and promote a record. But, I think everybody's going through something and we're no different. And it's challenged us to reach different audiences in a different way, and I'm sure that's been happening to artists out there. But the good news is we still get to play music and we still get to find new audiences. I think that it also puts things in perspective. It's like it's just music, and we love playing music, but it's just music. I mean, there are people dying of this virus, and it's more important that we all are safe and helping each other get through this than oh my God, my album's out and I can't tour it. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah.
But,
It really sucks. I mean, we were supposed to be on it the day the album came out. We were supposed to start a European tour for 6 weeks, and we were ending the tour in Amsterdam, and we were going to stay an extra week in Amsterdam. It was going to be great.
Yeah.
But instead, we holed up in Nashville, and we just been playing tunes and kind of started getting real hot in Nashville. I mean, and so
100 degrees every day. We couldn't do anything.
We headed out to Colorado, and that's where we are right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you mentioned still kind of connecting with fans in different places, and you guys are no strangers to doing these live streams. So what has it been like, kind of connecting with fans in this very unique way too? I mean, you guys are just, like I said earlier, really crushing these live streams and doing this and the humor and the fun. And again, not mentioning the album that's out right now that you guys can go get. But I mean, you guys are really just enjoying and embracing this. We're stuck at home. We can't go tour, but we're going to connect with fans and get the music out there and play as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, it's really interesting, when we're playing live now this new situation, have people asking us questions in the middle of songs, and that's definitely that's a unique thing. Normally, I'd be like, "Buddy, hey, back up, all right? After the song, I'll talk to you. Get out of here, man." But now it's like, oh wow, let me think about that question. Oh wait, I'm in the middle of a song. I have to sing right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, but we really do love it. I kind of makes me want to talk to people more during shows between songs and stuff, because that experience is definitely, it keeps my head in the game, and I stop getting super self-involved, when I forget that I'm performing for people. So we both do. So I think, this new situation has kind of been, just changed our thinking all around.
And as far as not talking about the album, I mean, we're not the best salespeople. We love the record. It's our, it's very important to us, and it has a lot of amazing people. And obviously, it was recorded mostly in Oregon. So, we are thrilled with it and so proud of it. But we're just not those people that are going to ram it down your throat. So if you want to ram it down people's throats,
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, if you head over to the Graham Music to make sure you follow along, and then of course thegramsmusic.net, which I love that it's .net, and I love that you make a comment that it is .net every time that is mentioned.
It hurts.
It hurts so bad.
It's the worst.
He cries.
Don't forget to go to the .net. Nobody says that. They're like, wait, I can't get there. I can't get to the website.
Well, when I go to Netscape Navigator, the first thing I do is go to the gramsmusic.net on Netscape Navigator, and I love it. I use my AOL account to log in to stream your record, which, again, if you haven't noticed or haven't heard, The Kids Like Us is available to stream and download on all your favorite streaming platforms. You guys have CDs and vinyl and shirts and bundles and everything available on your website right there, thegramsmusic.net. The kids like.
We're being good salesmen now. We're going to pull down the shade so it's a little brighter. The album is a
So
little.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
There we go.
Now you mentioned it. We're going to talk about this a little bit, but we're obviously the Portland Sessions based here in Portland. You guys have a great Oregon connection with the record and working with Richard Swift. So what was that? I mean, you talked about it a lot, so I know the people that have tuned into your live streams, kind of heard the stories, but still talk a little bit about that, kind of connection with working with him, and that side of things.
Well, I can tell you, we spent a lot of time in Oregon, and anybody who knows Richard knows that he was a little flaky, and we had set a start date with Richard to start the record.
Like September 1st.
Yeah, let's just say it was around September 1st, and we didn't get to even see him
until like October 10th.
Yes, and even though we had all made a plan to do it, so we actually spent a lot of downtime in Eugene and Portland, waiting to connect with Richard, and we finally did. The magic just stared happening, but
which is not a bad place to have some time to kill. Around here, for sure.
No, it was great. It was great.
I mean, I'm a huge lover of Portland. Eugene was great too. It's just they're totally different towns and they're so close.
Yeah.
It was interesting, and the record was recorded in Cottage Grove, so that was a totally different experience too. I mean, but we learned a lot about Oregon,
and we love it.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we thought about moving there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a rad place to be. But Colorado is obviously a beautiful spot, as well as Nashville. So you guys pick pretty awesome spots wherever you're recording, living, traveling, vacationing. I mean, you guys got that locked down. Now, this is, you've mentioned again that Kids Like Us is out right now, but this is the third of a trilogy of records. And I think it was the second one that you guys did that kind of has a documentary kind of attached to it with when you guys were traveling on Route 66. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes, we had on the first.
It's right and not right. So it was.
It's right and not right. Okay, that's usually that's my story of my life.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right and not right.
The second album called Rattle the Hops, and it was all about our train trip across America. That was the second record, and there was a documentary out that Cody Dickinson from the North Mississippi All Stars filmed about us, and it went to film festivals and won all these awards, and it was really fun and awesome. We played with all these great musicians around Tennessee and Louisiana.
We basically traveled every train line in America, except for this one part of the train that goes from Memphis to New Orleans, and Cody Dickinson filmed that whole part of it. And we met a bunch of his friends in Memphis and recorded at amazing studios, including Sun, and then went down to New Orleans and recorded down there. And we just had a real blast, and that movie just came out great.
But
That's
the
right.
record has a documentary as well, and for those of people who are watching that don't know, third record took a motorcycle journey across the country because that's smart. And we started in
Chicago.
Thank you, Henny.
Yeah.
And we went over to Los Angeles on Route 66. And these filmmaker friends of ours wanted to follow us and film the whole journey during the 2016 election season. It's kind of like, fish out of water, we were.
Yeah.
And so there's a documentary film called Searching the Milky Way in honor of Richard Swift. That is going to come out soon. I think it's coming out in a 5-part series in August. Yeah. So we're really
So make sure
excited about that because.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, make sure you're following along to all their social to know when those are gonna be dropping. Is there kind of a release time, or is that still kind of in the works a little bit?
I think we're gonna find out the timeline this week, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out. The first episode is coming out in early August. And,
Okay.
And then they're gonna release an episode every few weeks or something. You know, I should know this stuff, but I like to just sing the songs.
That's good. Well, with that, I will say make sure you're following along to the Grams Music on all the different social media for when those things drop. You have some great music videos and stuff on YouTube, which are also the Grams Music on YouTube. But you're here to sing some songs. People are watching to hear some songs. I'm going to slide out of the way. And again, don't feel free to mention the record once or twice during your live stream if you want to, let people know that you guys have a record out that's available to stream, download, purchase everywhere. And with that, I'm going to slide out of the way and give it up to the Grams.
All right, thank you. All right. What's that, man?
Hey, everybody.
So yeah, that's called Kids Like Us.
The entire time.
We need.
That's the record. Buy the record. Go stream the record. Buy the record.
It's really good. We really like it.
Kids Like Us. Wait. Tell them who's on it and stuff.
Okay, so the name dropping portion right now, real quick. It was by Richard Swift and produced by Richard Swift in Cottage Grove, Oregon, and he brought in members of the Night Sweats. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. You know. And I'm terrible at that. And then we tried to get Richard to come to Nashville to finish all the vocal parts, and he couldn't. He just didn't make it. He wasn't feeling well. So he handed the baton off to Dan Malad, who finished producing the record in Nashville, and it sounds great.
With the guys from Lucius.
The guys from Lucius and
some guys from the
Raconteurs, and the record sounds amazing. And then after we finished recording the record and finished it, and Richard was listening along, unfortunately we lost Richard, and that sucks. So this whole album is dedicated to Richard, and we're going to play some songs right now from that record. Let's do it. What do you say?
We're so grateful to Oregon for, helping us create this beautiful music.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with a song called
Don't Give Your Heart Away.
This is for our daughter who's sleeping. So hopefully we don't wake her. 1, 2, 3. Please, please, please. No, I won't give. Please, please, please. No, I won't give. Once in a while, I can pretend you've got a torch that's burning. I tell the same story again. Someday that you'll be returning.
please. Dream, dream, dream. Please, please, please. No. Yeah. What's
We
happening?
wrote that song for our daughter who is sleeping right in the next room. And hopefully she's like, hopefully that like
It's a lullaby.
slipped into her dreams and it didn't make a nightmare. Because like, I've been having nightmares out here, babe. Have you?
No, I haven't.
It's weird. Like we just got out here in like 11,000 feet altitude, and that can mess with your brain.
Totally.
Like,
But we're in Colorado, so I haven't been dreaming.
oh yeah, taking the sleep medicine. But anyway, we are here in Colorado, and we are the Grams, and this is our new record, Kids Like Us. Are we moving?
Are we frozen?
Are we frozen?
Are we moving?
Because we're moving for ourselves, but I don't know if you can see that
We're not actually frozen in real life. It's weird.
We're doing cool things with our body, though, so it makes me unfortunate because you can't see all the, like, progressive dance moves we're doing.
Seriously, that would be a bummer if you're missing that.
We're really schooled in, like, the
Well,
like,
she's modern dance. I'm more
avant-garde
jazz
school.
ballet. So like the combination makes us incredibly.
The jazz ballet avant-garde dance is awesome that the Grams do. You can check it out at thegramsmusic.net. All our like dance,
Okay, we got to move on from the dance joke.
All right, so we're gonna play another song about the time that we almost got killed in the Mojave Desert.
That's right.
I think songwriters look for these experiences in some ways so they can write, they have inspiration. We were not looking for this situation. We were riding our motorcycle, as we were talking about with Eric, across
Route 66.
And we started entering the Mojave Desert, and we had some problems with our bike, our motorcycle. So we stopped at this lovely, we thought, little bike shop, and they were fixing our bike, and then we got into this ridiculous political conversation, which we shouldn't do.
We should.
We shouldn't have done it then.
Because if we hadn't done it, we would have had our lights fixed. But instead, because we were talking politics with some locals there, they didn't want to fix our bike, and they sent us on our way.
With like one light, and
let me just tell you, the nature of the political conversation was basically, pro-racist versus anti-racist.
Yes.
We were anti-racist, and they were pro-racist, and we couldn't believe ourselves what we were hearing. We ended up writing this song, and now I think in 2020 we would definitely change some of the lyrics. So we're going to play it how it is on the record.
I mean, the song Doug's referring to, it's cool. The point of the song was like, we're going to write this rock and roll revenge song after we leave safely and don't get killed and bite our tongues for what we wanted to say to these horrible people.
Yes.
But nowadays it's true, like, and if you need to get out of a dangerous situation, do it, but don't bite your tongue. Stand up for what's right and say the right thing.
Yeah. She's biting her tongue. In case she's frozen right now, she's biting her tongue, and maybe it'll freeze on the tongue out. All right. So let's play the song. All right. This is called "Bite My Tongue."
I'm gonna do my little drum fill, and I hope we don't make Margie.
Heart is broken down. I'm the racist in this town. Holding hard and fast. They found found me out at last. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Heart is broken down, and the racist in this town, holding hard and fast. They found me out at last. I'm gonna put my tongue. Acoustic style. Heart is broken down, and the racist in this town, holding hard. They found me out at last. I'm gonna bite my tongue. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Get out while I'm young. I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Oh, I didn't even get the last chord. Wait.
All right, we did it.
We did it.
Are we frozen still? I hope.
We're frozen here. We're moving along.
Moving a lot. We'll get stuck in the middle, frozen right in the middle of a weird. Just kidding.
Well, maybe we froze before that.
So we have this new record out.
It's called Kids Like Us, and we are kids.
That's right. Like us. Like us.
We grew up in the Jersey suburbs. New Jersey. I'm going like this. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, it's either this
Mm-hmm.
or this.
Or that? I don't know. No.
Anyway,
Live long and prosper.
sorry,
Come on.
Sorry. What's Nanu again?
Oh yeah. Forget. Anyway, we'll get there.
We grew up in the Jersey suburbs together. We fell in love when we were little kids. That's why the album is Kids Like Us, because it was written about our, experience growing up in the Jersey suburbs together as young lovers, and the America kind of that we lived in then, and how it's kind of changed a lot. And I think that everybody has that kind of experience, but ours is unique because we have that experience together. And
Like at our wedding, for example, that we all had the same friends.
It's true. It's weird.
It was a groom side or bride side. Same thing.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my
So
God.
nice.
That's so cute. And also, we had the same record collection. It was really weird. We moved in together right after high school, and we were like, all right, I'm gonna bring all my records, and he's gonna bring all his records. And we got there, and it's literally we had these milk crates of all duplicates. So we had to throw out
That's what it used to be like. You couldn't
Yeah.
just access any music. That's right, kiddos.
Funny, we're really dating ourselves. Anyway, Kids Like Us is out now, and is produced by Richard Swift, who's from Cottage Grove, Oregon, and that's where we recorded this record.
Also, Danny Milad.
Danny Milad from Lucius, who took over. Richard passed away, and actually Danny's coming to visit us here
Today.
So maybe we'll do some live stuff with Danny.
We were hoping to get him in on the session today, but he couldn't drive here fast enough.
He didn't realize that it was 13 hours from Los Angeles. Really smart there. Anyway, I'm gonna tune up, and we're gonna do another song for you guys.
Yeah, let's do that one. Running out of time or something like that.
That one.
Well, I was just thinking that this
running
record
out.
has this amazing quality to it that it's hard to portray on two acoustic guitars. But the record is such a lush bed of music. We have just orchestras of sound on there, and you should definitely check out the record because it's definitely different than anything else you've listened to.
Really lush, and it's got these 60s pop vibes, like a lot of timpanis and bells.
Yeah.
I made sure once I heard the timpani and bell on the first song, I made sure it was on every song. We actually ended up buying timpanis and bells for our own music room. And what else does it have? It has like big sweeping choruses with lots of harmonies. Oh, I just like doing that.
Me too.
Can you guys see that?
We're just gonna. Is it Frozen? Like, come on, let's go. Let's play the song now.
He's always like,
I love music.
yeah, you love music, I know. You also love to shut me up.
No, it's just like I'm not as comfortable on the comedy stage.
Yeah, Brian. You're a comedy hero, honey. Okay, I'm a hero.
Well, you are
All right,
my
this is the song
comedy
that
hero.
we started writing about making out in the Jersey suburbs, in the back of my Honda, outside like multiple friends' houses. We made out multiple times in a day. And then when we were riding the Route 66 trip, it ended up being a song about, really getting back to love and knowing that we are running out of time to get together, to come together and love one another. I know that's really hippie and all that, but it's true,
It's
people.
true.
There's so much hate in this country right now. We got to come together. We're
That's
running
right.
out of time for love.
All right, here's running out of time.
I could say nothing.
No,
Leave
please.
it all up to you.
No, don't do that. Don't.
I kiss.
Oh no. We're on TV, honey. I love you so much.
I always get this one confused. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
No time for love. No time for love. Dreaming of. No time for love. No time for love.
I wrote your name on my skin, and nobody knows that I can't go home again.
No time for love. No time for love. Dreaming. No time for love. No time for love. We're running out. We're running out of time. Running out of time. Running out of time. Ah.
I just realized that had I looked at myself before I did this, I would have worn sleeves.
And I realized if
Because,
I
mean, like, can you push that?
no, it's like hard as a rock. I can't even.
What about this?
No, that one's really weak.
Shoot, always wear sleeves on camera, people.
Well, I just wanted to
You
say,
look good, though.
no, you look good. No, you look good.
You look good.
So we're glad to be here.
You tell me I look sexy every night.
It's true.
Really nice.
It's true. We're the Grams, and we're glad to be here. Are we frozen? We're glad to be here right now, and we really want to thank you guys so much for checking it out. We have 2 more songs.
No, we don't. We have one more. We just.
I was gonna play the Richard song, but I don't know.
I want to play the Richard song, but he said for some.
So all right, so
we're gonna play the Richard song.
we're gonna play this last song here, and let me just tell you a little story about this last song. It's on the record "Kids Like Us." That's a picture of it, and it's for sale. And then you can download it and listen to it anywhere you want. Stream it, download it.
Amazing
Videos for every song.
great videos, especially recorded some of these songs, including this one, live at Abbey Road Studios in London. For those of you who didn't hear me or thought you didn't hear me,
No, that's not the Grams.
Abbey
Road.
Have you heard of like the Beatles?
Or like Pink Floyd.
Well, like they recorded that. So little kids.
So that, but that's not the story I was gonna tell. That's a really cool thing. But the story is, we started writing this song in the studio when we were in Cottage Grove, and it was really fun. We loved writing this song because we had a lot of different iterations of it. And so we sort of, we were in Cottage Grove, and we basically decided, let's record. Richard was like, I love that song. Let's record it without lyrics, and you guys write lyrics, and we'll record them later. Great, no problem. So we recorded the basic tracks with Richard, and then we wrote the first half of the song in Oregon, and the next half of the song right when we got back to Nashville. We're waiting for Richard to come visit us. And we were psyched because we wrote the entire set of lyrics about our experience with Richard. And we were psyched to play it for him. And hoping that he was going to be like, oh, you guys are sweet, I love you, or that, screw you, whatever it was, we were psyched to play it for him.
It's like saying how much we love him and how we trusted him.
Right.
Music.
And the thing is that we, it's important to tell this story because now that he's gone and he's no longer with us on this planet, he, people ask us about the song like we wrote it for him after he was gone, but we actually wrote it for him while he was around. So the lyrics are relative to that, not to like a posthumous thing.
And we figured we chose the song to record in Abbey Road, knowing Richard, he is definitely searching the Milky Way somewhere, and high as a kite. And if there's anywhere he was going to hear it beyond in another universe, it was us playing it live in Abbey Road Studios. So Richard, this one is always and forever for you. And thank you for having us in your home in Cottage Grove, Oregon. And
this will be our last song.
And then we're going to hang out and chat a little bit more.
Yeah.
Portland sessions.
All right. The Grams, the record. Don't forget to stream it or buy it or download it.
All right.
All right, ready for it?
No.
All right. It's hard. I'm not used to playing with a pick. I usually have this like little weird thing.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You play guitar in my favorite band. You're so high. Dance tonight. once or twice. Around the Milky Way, sha la la la, sha la la. Dig my toes in California sand. So high in the sky. And my day. Then tonight, once or twice, around the Milky Way. You're so high in the sky. Around the entire day. Then tonight, it's twice. Around the Milky Way. Sha la 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 la. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was awesome. I don't know if you can hear me.
You.
I don't know if I'm frozen.
How much did we freeze?
I am frozen. Sweet.
No, no, you're good.
Okay,
You're good.
you guys froze. Well, you guys froze the entire time, but you guys froze every time you would do a freeze face. It definitely stayed on that particular frame for much longer than anything else. So that was amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
that's perfect.
yeah, that was great. So yeah, the freezing part was hilarious. I love that. I want to just thank everybody that tuned in and everything. And then Vinny in the chat gave me the heads up that on August 5th is when the first episode of Searching the Milky Way drops. And I'm assuming it will drop, if you're following along on all social media, it will drop there. And of course, thegrahamsmusic.net would be a good resource to be following to know when those drop. And your hand is frozen as you're pointing down down there. I love it. Gotta love Colorado mountain internet streaming. So, of course,
sorry.
If you're new to the Portland sessions, obviously please consider subscribing here. But definitely head over to the Graham's Music's Facebook and follow any of the live streams that they do. If you want to see them like not be frozen in time every couple seconds, and you want to see their like legit dance moves that they were talking about, and everything, make sure you go follow them on their social media and specifically their Facebook, so you can see all the different live streams that they have coming up that are freeze free from that internet aspect. Freeze free from that.
Froze free, yes.
Froze free?
Free and froze free.
They're fresh. They're not frozen. They are fresh, and you can check them out.
That's right.
And yeah, thank you guys again so much for taking the time to do this. Hopefully,
so much.
it wasn't so loud that it woke up the baby. I didn't hear any screaming, so she obviously slept through a majority of that, so that's good.
Yes. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she slept through, and she's fine. She did. We're very happy and very thankful for you having us on your show, and we love playing today. We had a lot of fun, so thank you.
It was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Now I'm going to do the awkward thing where you guys are already frozen, so it doesn't matter about you guys, but I'm going to hit the weird finish end stream, and then at some point mid-sentence usually I will disappear from the internet. But if you didn't notice or you didn't hear, Kids Like Us is out right now to stream, to download, to purchase on CD, vinyl, get your shirt, get everything. then you need to. Obviously, the Portland sessions are a little biased because we love anything that has to do with organ. So being created here with Richard Swift is amazing. Head over to thegrahamsmusic.net to get that. And the Grams Music on all social media. I feel like now, per our contract, we've mentioned it, I think 100 times what your writer said, that we had to make sure we mentioned the website and social media. So I feel like we hit the quota for a Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock here in Portland.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
And everybody, have a rad rest of your week.